here is my den. And the first thing I struggle with, as I told you, this is not our forever furniture.
Right.
It's just been the furniture for our life, how it has been. I'm not thrilled with the color, and I'm thinking, do we get a sectional? How do we arrange this furniture?
Right. I feel like your layout is good, and I definitely feel like there are times where a sectional is just perfect. To me, it's bonus rooms, it's basements.
Okay.
One thing to think about when you get a sectional is you are missing a corner table.
All right.
So that's just something to think about. So I would want to know a little bit more about where do you sit, where does your husband sit. A lot of times, again, a sectional is a great look. Almost no one ever wants to sit in the corner. So it's almost, what are you gaining, what are you losing? To me, you're gaining look, you're losing functionality. So if anybody uses this table, I would not suggest a sectional, but that doesn't mean that we cannot create.
Still have like the shape kind of.
We create a sectional look, but we have a tabletop for a drink or whatever, and certainly lamps for lighting. And for me, that's what I would do in this space with the sofa. And this is a perfect example of what I was saying earlier. And like you said, this is not where you haven't invested in this room yet. But this is a really good example of the monochromatic look. We've got a lot of browns here.
Yes, we
do. So if we can stay neutral.
Yes,
stay neutral.
That's fine. And I'm fine with changing the color too.
Right. So let's go lighter, let's go brighter.
Yes.
We'll talk about some of your favorite colors.
Okay.
And typically what I do after we choose the big pieces is I like to find an inspiration piece, and that can either be art. Now just for a second, let's talk about your family pictures.
Okay. I'm ready to do away with my shrine that I have here. I like the idea of having family pictures, but now I'm sort of ready, like maybe we can put them, somewhere else. Whether that's up a staircase or, maybe upstairs or something. So I'm definitely willing to, change that.
I absolutely agree. I've done that myself, and I had a moment and I've taken them all upstairs, and I have a hallway. But it does create that inspiration piece. If we got a really pretty piece of art for that wall, we then tie in pillows, rugs, accessories, and really brighten it up. We've got a gorgeous patio and pool out here. Something that really excites you, where we can maybe, if it's a colorful piece of art, we would pull out maybe 3 colors from it and really start playing with, brightening it up and making that cohesive look that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
So I feel like an inspiration piece is needed there for sure.
And the reason why we don't have a rug in here is because we just got the floors done. And they say for like 5 months you shouldn't have any rugs. So this would be a perfect time, obviously, to make that, choice. And I'm also willing, to look at changing that table and so yeah, that's what I'm thinking about this. What else kind of stands out?
The TV, the placement of the TV stands out to me. It appears that you're having to pull it out and tilt it to be able to see it.
Yes, well, my husband wanted a bigger TV.
And don't they all?
Yes, and he was very proud of the fact, because he rigged this where we can, move it and maneuver it and put it back if we needed to, which I'm not doing a good job of right now. Well, what are your thoughts on the TV?
I'm going to say something, and there are going to be designers, who are going to say, no, never do it. I just feel like there are times where the only thing that makes sense is to put the TV above the fireplace. And to be honest, like with your kitchen, I can see you guys standing in the kitchen cooking, being able to see the TV. You're not having to maneuver it all the time. Your layout of your furniture, like we've talked about. I would, if it were me, I would put the TV over the fireplace. And really, brighten up these shelves.
Yes.
They're pretty shelving. There are ways to make your TV into a piece of art. You know, I can give you some tips on that without having to buy the frame, you know, the art frame TV. But I feel like it would make more sense. I'm almost thinking that it's so overwhelming where it is
Yeah.
that nothing else we do is going to.
Right, it's almost like there's two focal points. Like you've got the
Exactly.
fireplace, and then you have this,
Right,
you know, TV.
right,
So
right.
yeah, I can definitely see.
And if we're
Yeah.
losing some family pictures on the wall,
Oh, yeah.
let's scatter them a little bit, you know, and put some on there. Put some things that mean something to you. You know, really use the built-ins for what they're made for.
Yeah.
Plop that up there. When you have company over, you're turning on music. There are all kinds of YouTube channels where you can put art on, and it looks like a gorgeous piece of art over your fireplace. But then you use it, and you can see from every
Yeah.
area of the room.
Yeah. No,
That would be
I
my
do.
suggestion.
Well, I'll have to talk with my husband about that.
Another
but
husband decision.
You know, but no, I definitely see the wisdom
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah. I would talk to him about that.
Yeah.
He might end up loving it. I have had people where, oh, are we going to look up? No, you're not going to, your neck's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
look up. It actually provides almost like a theater type experience, and you get used to it in a day or so. Now, and you're lucky that your fireplace isn't so high. Sometimes when
Oh,
the
that's
mantle
true.
is super high,
And
I
it
would
doesn't look
never
right,
even-
yeah.
No, I
That's
think
true.
yours is low enough where it wouldn't, you know, change how you're having to look at the TV.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So this has been a lot to think about.
I think this is two great
Yes.
places to start, though.
Yes.
Your foyer and the place where you spend most of your time.
Exactly.
It can be overwhelming if you don't have those starting points.
Right.
So.
And so it's good to just kind of focus in
Mhm.
on just that one or two spaces, so you're not just kind of.
Right. It's
Yeah.
not willy-nilly. You're not going around and, oh, this would work for the dining room and this would work for the living room. We kind of focus in on those two areas, like you just said, and we have that. We're building it together as
Yeah.
we go, and it's that cohesive piece I was talking about that we then tie in again when we go to the other areas of your house that you want to update later. But we focus in on these first.
I think that's a great idea.
Good.
All right.